Last episode, we talked about doing things consistently. And one of the things that I mentioned in that episode was posting on social media, right? Consistently show up on social media and really look at what type of content to put out in order to gain more followers and to be able to appeal to your target audience and grow that audience. So today we're going to talk about what exactly does the number of followers mean to your business. And I'm talking in particular for Instagram and also Facebook and LinkedIn and TikTok. Not so much about YouTube and podcasts because you can't really see very much the profile of your followers. But for IG and LinkedIn, TikTok, and Facebook, you are able to go onto the profile of the people who follows you. So let's talk about what exactly does the number means, the number of followers. For the sake of boasting, okay, for the sake of your ego, it's great to be able to say that I have X number of followers, right? 10K, 100K, 200K, 500,000, right? 5K. So it seems like, especially on social media, the more followers you have, it seems like the more business you do. I need to correct that myth because having a large number of followers not necessarily means that you're doing large number of business. They do not go in tandem, which is exactly what I said in the last episode. Okay, I'm going to repeat. The number of followers does not dictate how much business you ultimately do. Okay, it will have some form of an influence, but it does not have the final say or an indication of how much your business is doing. Okay, so the number of followers is just one indication. It is not the indication of how well your business is doing. It is more for vanity matrix more than anything else, to be honest, in my opinion. Okay, what I want you to understand and to do is, what do you do with these numbers? How do you use these numbers to understand what you should be doing for your business? All right. For instance, every time I gain a new follower, all right, every time I gain a new follower, regardless whatever platform it is, I always check out who is this person who's following me. And I guarantee you, okay, let's talk about those coaches, business coaches, event coaches, okay, in the events field. If you see them having a lot of followers and their niche is to, let's say, teach event designers on event design, okay, and even for myself as an event strategist, I get followers who are not exactly my ideal client. I get followers who want to be on my radar so that I'm able to refer business to them. I get followers who are photographers, DJs, all right, bartenders. Now, are they the people for my coaching business? Are they my clients or potential clients? No. But does that mean I don't appreciate them following me? Absolutely not. There are advantages for people who follow you who are not direct, who are not your ideal client or people who will actually buy from you. There are still advantages. The advantage is you may get a referral, okay? The chance of you getting a referral versus getting a direct lead, okay, or an inquiry from someone who is your ideal client or who could purchase your service what are the possibility? We really don't know because social media is a game of the unknown. But there is always a possibility that you will get an inquiry from someone who's following you, who are your target audience. Okay, if you're a wedding planner, let's just say if you're a wedding planner and you have a person who's following you, who posted on their profile that they recently got engaged and they're following you, they are your potential client, all right? Because they're going to get married. They're going to need a wedding planner, right? And they're following you. And you get a follower who is a photographer. Wow. This photographer you found is married already, okay? And do you disregard this photographer who's following you? No, you don't. Because this photographer could know somebody who's getting married, and because this photographer is following you, and you have put out great content that solidify you as the go-to person, the go-to wedding planner, even though this photographer may not know you directly, they just found you on Instagram because it was suggested that they should connect with you, and they could be that you could be a client of theirs. That means you're hiring them as a photographer for your clients. Therefore, they decide to follow you. But when they see your content, they consistently see your content, which I'm going to assume that you put out good content. This photographer, when they are thinking of who to refer to their clients who are looking for wedding planner, you are on their radar because they follow you and you consistently show up with great content. Even though they may not know you, they would still throw your name in the hat for their potential client. So when you're looking at your numbers, okay, the number of followers, it is not just about, oh, I have so many followers. It's not just for boasting rights. You need to understand who exactly are following you and why are they following you. The why is so important, okay? Why are they following you? What does the cake decorator want from you, right? Is she needing a wedding planner? Or why does a photographer or DJ, why are they following you? Are they getting married? Maybe. Or they want to be on your radar so that you can refer them as well. This is how business grows, okay? A lot of times it's through brand awareness and then referral, even though they may not have worked with you directly, but they have seen your content, they have seen your testimonials from other clients. You have given them this perception that you are the go-to expert in your field. Hence, they do not feel uncomfortable to refer you even though they have not worked with you. All right? So do not be discouraged if you don't have a large follower and you don't have a large following and the people who are following you are not exactly your target audience. Just know that there are other people in the industry term we call the power lever, okay, the power lever, that they are adjacent to you who can refer you business, okay? So they are like auxiliary services that you can offer, that they can refer you service or business and you can refer them business. They may not be the end user, but they can refer you business. When you have X number of followers, it doesn't matter how many, apart from looking at the profile of who is following you, you should also, and I'm guilty of not doing that, okay? I'm going to be honest with you. I'm guilty of not doing that enough. Put it this way. I don't say that I'm not doing that because I do. I'm just not doing it enough. So you need to make an effort, all right? After you see the number of followers you have, and every time you gain a new follower, you should make an effort to check out, number one, their profile. Okay, what do they do? And then ask yourself, why are they following you? Okay? Number two, you want to be able to reach out to them, send them a DM. If it is a potential client, all right? Because they say that, oh, I just got engaged, okay? If they are a potential client, you have, at the end of the day, it's just like a dating game. You do not want to go straight to bed and asking them, oh, are you looking for a wedding planner? I love to be able to do your wedding. Tell me more about your wedding. No, you just want to thank them for following you. All right. Keep it simple. Thank them for following you. And then maybe comment a little bit about their profile or whatever they're posting. Okay. To let them know that you appreciate them following you. And also to let them know that you actually take the time to see what they're posting. You are interested in what they have to say and what they're posting. All right. People like that. All right. Then if the person who's following you is a vendor, not a direct potential lead, then you do the same thing. You want to be able to thank them for following you. But in this case, you can be a little bit more inquisitive. You can ask more questions. You can say that, oh, I see that you are a photographer. All right. And I see on your grid, I see on your profile that you do very beautiful work, right? Tell me a little bit about the type of clients you service. Tell me a little bit about the areas that you service. And I'm interested to know more. So you make that connection. And then I would say probably 1 out of 10 will actually respond back to you, because many people just follow other people and they don't even remember who they follow. Okay. So you want to be able to stand out by making that extra step to connect. So when the DM hits them, they will be pleasantly surprised that, oh, this wedding planner actually take the time to ask me about my business. Okay. So now you just move yourself a few notch up to be on the referral radar. And so they will tell you about what they want, what they do, the type of clients they work with, and the type of work they do, right? And you form a connection. And then you then decide if you want to follow them back, or is this a right vendor for you to refer? Because not every vendor who follows you may be aligned with your branding. Okay. They may serve a different target audience because they may not be doing their homework when they follow you. They think that, oh, they will be able to do work for all wedding planners. But if they are not servicing the type of clients that you service, then you don't have the same type of audience. So it will be very difficult for you to refer them business, and vice versa. Okay, vice versa. The last thing you want is for a vendor who service a type of client that you do not service, and then they refer you business, and then it's just a hot mess. It's a waste of time, of their time and your time, and you breach the trust, the goodwill that you're referring each other business. So it's better to get it out from the get-go. I had situations that I have vendors who follow me and they want to know more about my business, and I am also interested to know more about their business. When they follow me, and they actually did what I just shared with you. They asked me about the type of clients I service, and then I look at their profile, and immediately I know it's not a good match. Okay, so I tell them that what type of clients I service, and I also tell them that I checked out their profile, and the type of events that they do is not events that I do. So they know from the get-go that they say at that point in time, it's no point following me, because I will not be of a good referral lead to them. Okay. So if you consistently do this, all right, if you consistently evaluate and look at who is following you, why they're following you, and make the connection, okay, it doesn't matter how many followers you have, because of the extra work that you're putting in terms of connecting with them, getting more information. You are already putting yourself in the forefront of the minds of your potential client and also your vendors, because 1 out of 10 will actually do that, okay, in the social media world, right? We just take the easy route. Oh, you follow me? Okay, I follow you back, and that's it. But you take the time to understand, to ask questions, to evaluate if do I want to continue with this connection or not. So So you could have a very small following, but if you put in the time and effort to work on who is following you and who you should follow, okay, you are going to see significant results in the amount of leads and referral that you're going to get. All right. You will also deter people who is not your ideal client, your ideal vendors to not follow you. So don't be discouraged. If you have a small following, continue to show up consistently with good content and have clear messaging, and you will be able to attract more of your ideal vendors and clients, and then make an effort with whatever little that you have, okay, small number of followers that you have, make an effort to connect with them to further understand if you can be of service to them and if they can be of service to you. All right? If you need more sales and marketing strategies, apart from just social media, because I truly believe when you're growing your business, it cannot just be all eggs in one basket. Social media is the easiest lift, okay? It's the easiest thing to do because first, number one, is free and it only takes up sweat equity time, all right? You don't really have to do very much. You should diverse your marketing strategies from just doing social media to networking events to other forms of marketing outreach. If you need more ideas, okay, and guidance on what type of marketing outreach to do and how to measure whether your marketing outreach is working and how to tweak them, then you should check out our 24 course bundle, which is the Business Kickstart bundle, where I dedicate a whole module on marketing, on sales and marketing. Okay, there are role plays, there are many case studies of how you should be doing your marketing to get your brand out there. And it is a full business course. Okay, it's not just sales and marketing. There's pricing for profit. There is productivity hacks. There's mindset shift, sales, marketing, social media, creating digital portfolio, etc., etc. So make sure you go to the show notes to check out what the 24 course Business Kickstart bundle consists of, and it's only at $24. And it's very easy to consume the content, 7 hours max, and the execution is extremely easy as well. It is a very clear blueprint. If you are a new entrepreneur, or what I call eventrepreneur, this will be a great way to start because it gives you the lay of the land, what building a business will entail, and it will also test you in your emotionally, mentally, and physically if you have what it takes to grow a business, to start a business. Okay, so it's a very small cost investment, but big impact. All right, so go to the show notes to check it out, and don't forget to give me a rating, a review, and to also share my episode in terms of whether it's a podcast or YouTube to any of the entrepreneurs that you know that you think can benefit from my content. Talk to you again next week.